How are you feeling right now?
Well, we're feeling wonderful, thanks very much. And I think it's only fitting that first of all we acknowledge Rolex as the sponsor and CYCA. Thank you very much to both of you for the manner in which you have accepted us over the last 4 years. We really do appreciate that. We're ecstatic, we're delighted, it's beyond belief. You know, in 2013 we came here with our first Sydney to Hobart, and I think we came in 5th or 6th online, and we were really well pleased with that achievement. In 2014 it was heartbreak. We lost the mast, demasted off the Tasmanian coast. In 2015 we were rebuilding, and here we are today in 2016. We are not the same people nor the same mindset that we were in the previous 2 Hobarts. Really, this is a story and a journey of learning and understanding what it really takes to achieve astonishing success over what really is an incredibly short period of time for such a regatta as this one. We're truly humbled, and we've spoken about it this morning, and we're not really sure how we feel. The enormity of it is beyond our comprehension at this stage. So on behalf of the crew and my family and everybody involved in the Giacomo campaign, we'd just like to say thank you to all of you.
What happened in this year's race that allowed you to win on handicap?
Well, you know, yacht racing is an incredibly fickle business. 2 days outside from the race, Steve and I were having a discussion, and we were looking at these anticyclones and cyclones, and we could see the nor'easterly, and we could see the anticyclone, and we could see the pressure building, and we looked at each other and thought, you know, the Volvo 70 is a brutal boat, and we just think that this might be the time for us. We enjoyed some incredible reaching, we had some fantastic running, and we also had a lot of slow time, and we took a lot of beating as well. But overall, that is what the Sydney to Hobart does deliver. It delivers a plethora of climate, and to be honest, we used every sail that we had on the boat. It was an incredible story of activity up front. We were taking every opportunity with every shift, and the timeliness and the incredible impressive hard work that the crew performed throughout the race. They were tireless in performing at every point of a change, whether it be a sail change or a jibe or a tack or whatever it was. So it was a race of opportunity and incredible hard work by the crew.
They're saying best conditions ever in a race like this. Do you think a 70-footer will ever be able to make this time again?
Well, I've learned that one is not to make predictions, so we'll let history or the future determine that as we go. But for us today, it's an incredible achievement when one considers that people have been racing for 25 and 30 years, and for what we've achieved today, it's an extraordinary, astonishing feeling and accomplishment. We're very humbled by this.
When did you realise that you not only got second over the line, but you really were going to win on handicap?
I would be dishonest if I said that we weren't aware of that from the time about 20 hours into the race. We see every boat as a competitor. We had identified a half a dozen boats that we were very interested in, because in reality, if you look at it technically speaking or on paper, there were a half a dozen boats that really were faster and better performing than we are. You know those boats, the 100-footers, the 80s, the modified 70s, and they were all there. And we've exceeded our own expectations on how far we've come in this race.
Was there a point where you even might have dreamt about line honours? Be honest.
Yes. We had Loyal in our sights. We realised that we were number 2, and then when we came up the river and we shut out the breeze on the track just as we came in, we felt that we were incredibly lucky, albeit one man's luck and misfortune for another.
How important was it for you having the family involved as well as the crew?
Well, you know, it's a New Zealand entry. It's an all New Zealand boat, and we live in Auckland, and we have the fantastic Hauraki Golf, and my son Nicholas and my son James have been in yachts. They learned to sail with Opties, and James has been at the Royal New Zealand Yacht Squadron and what have you. So sailing is something that we've always been involved in, and And really, I'd just ask you if you could try and get them off the boat, come back and let me know how you go, I have to also pay special appreciation to Steve Cotton. Steve is our boat captain and sailing master. It's his full-time career on Giacomo. He's involved in not only the strategy and the maintenance and the crew selection, whatever, but he's a very close companion and confidant to me and the family on how we are building our campaign, and it's a great credit to you, Steve, and we want to acknowledge the contribution that you've made over the last 4 years and especially on this regatta. Thank you, Steve. Thank you.
Steve, what were the best high speeds that you saw on the way down?
Oh, we had a couple of 28s on the first night. A couple of 28s, but we actually backed off on that first night. You mentioned Loyal, and we actually at that stage knew if we really put the throttle down we could keep up with them, but we really wanted to approach Tasman with every sail intact and everything, so we actually backed off that night just to survive, and then it was always going to be about that transition which we lined ourselves up for, so yeah.
Did you think from the beginning the boat was capable of it, coming in second?
Oh, absolutely. We've seen the boat, we've tasted its capabilities actually in the Auckland to Fiji race this year, where we saw 25 to 30 knots on a reach and it was powered, so yeah, but very capable boat. And we've been working over the last couple of years on the holes in the boat's capabilities, like light air and that. So, yeah, definitely, she's very capable, and we're very pleased.
So what's the difference between this one and the later model, the older 70s?
This one is
Goes
the
faster.
original geometry, same keel, same thing, but we've IRC'd it, we've looked at the rule, we've understood it, and we've changed our sails to fit in with that IRC rule, but it is the same as the boat that Jim bought.
Well, Jim said it was a brute. What's it like to drive?
Beautiful boat to drive, fantastic, totally balanced, it's fast, it's wet, it's crazy, but it's very brutal downstairs in particular. It's just noisy and seems to hit every wave that's out there. Yeah.
As a professional sailor, is sometimes winning the handicap honours, I guess, the real connoisseur's prize? It's really a show of skill rather than how big your boat is and how fast it can go.
We see it that way. We've been targeting this IRC class for years now, and everyone's got to go, haven't they? Everyone in the fleet has a chance. So yeah, it's quite detailed how far into it you have to drill into it to understand it, and yeah, absolutely.
Every sailor in this race would love to get their hands on the Tattersall trophy. What's it like personally for yourself to finally get one?
Oh, it hasn't quite settled in yet, to be honest with you. This is 12 races for me. 3 did not finishes, 2 seconds, a fourth, and now we've